So this is our family in 1992 at our country home in Massachusetts. It's after dinner and everyone's telling a story while my mother's filming us. That's me, Mark, and that's
And that's me, Sandra. Hi.
and at some point my mother sat down and someone else started filming. That's our little sister Erica, and that's Mireille, our cousin from France, who didn't understand anything. And that's my older brother, Stephen. Now, we just buried a year before my other brother who's not here, Luke. And so it was a very emotional time. So here's my alcoholic dad telling a story about going to the mall with my mother and them getting separated. And
he would speak unbelievably slow. Every sentence took at least 30 seconds, and the pauses would drive us all nuts.
I mean, we had barely, and he was drinking. He was drunk by this time, but he didn't, it wasn't a slur his words drunk, but he was a miss the point drunk.
He was a slow his words drunk.
Yeah. He would say something, and then he would keep pausing. There's my mother, like, trying not to get incredibly irritated, although finishing her drink even though she wasn't a drinker.
She took a good swill of that, though.
She wished she was an alcoholic dad. So here he's like, and then he stopped, and then he's trying to be very emphatic with me, and I'm barely holding on. I just want to
3 feet away from where your wife is standing. So I walk back up, and after 20 minutes, and my wife is worried about, where am I? Where am I? She thought I was lost. She went out to the car. She looked for me. And I came back, and she's standing there and said, where were you? She did not say, you idiot, but she meant it.
Story as it happened. So I did indeed order 2 of these floating cushions.
So this is the woman my father marries. You can hear her French accent and hear in her non-native tongue tells the story with 3 times as much clarity, acumen, and humor as my father.
I wait and I do all I give my credit card and I pay and I say, Steve! No, Steve. I go in the line A, B, C, D. No, Steve. Steve! And I wait for a while and I tell the woman, do you have a monster there that eats husbands? She's not laughing.
Let me give him a tip.
What's interesting is both of us grew up with being one half this woman and one half this man.
I was always be totally confused by what my father said, especially if it were a story, and my mother would completely clarify it.
And he would always just miss the point that made the funny story funny, and my mother would always, supply it.
Or you would dive in.
Or I would dive in.
Absolutely disappeared. It's now about 15 minutes. Where could he have gone? She says, I don't know. I mean, the box is right behind there, 14B, line B, number 14. And she said, are the cushions there? And I say, yes, they are still there. Well, I go back to the car, I go outside, I turn around, and then I come back and he's there looking at me just as if to say, you have a lot of nerve. He had gone all over the store trying to find a department called 14B. That's it, and I didn't say anything.
But you said
clenched my
14B
teeth.
was right there.
Well, but he never looked at the row called 14B. He thought it was somewhere in huge Sears store with different floors, and he went all over the store. So I told
See, Sandra,
him,
what you have to look forward to.
okay, you can turn that off, Sandra, now please.